The rain was heavy. Naomi touched her husband's arm. "Slow down." Lightning flashed. The twins whimpered in the back. Then a truck skidded into their lane. "Jordan!" She screamed, and the crash hit before he could react. Glass flew. The car spun. Her hand slipped from his. When the noise stopped, she wasn't moving. The rain wouldn't stop that night. It fell in long sheets across the Atlanta highway, blurring every car light into thin white lines. Inside their black Escalade, billionaire Jordan Malik Carter tightened his grip on the steering wheel. His wife, Naomi, kept her eyes on the road. Subscribe now for more emotional stories that touch the heart. "Please slow down," she whispered. "The road is too wet." "I got it," Jordan said softly. "We're almost home." In the back seat, their 7-year-old twins, Aaliyah and Amira, held hands. They hated storms. They always felt worse at night. Aaliyah asked, "Mommy, are we safe?" Naomi twisted around and smiled weakly. "Yes, baby. Daddy's driving." Lightning lit up the sky. And then everything changed in 3 seconds. A semi-truck on the opposite lane lost control. Its tires skidded. Its brake lights flashed. It swerved across the divider like a giant metal monster. Naomi saw it first. Her voice cracked. "Jordan!" He turned his head, and the truck slammed into them before he could react. The sound was louder than thunder. Metal crush. Glass explosion. The car spun off the road. Naomi's hand flew off his arm. The twins screamed. Jordan's head hit the window. Then everything stopped. For 2 seconds, there was silence, only the rain on twisted metal. Jordan forced his eyes open. His chest hurt. His arms shook. But he turned to Naomi. "Naomi? Naomi, talk to me. Please." She didn't move. Her head rested against the shattered window. Blood trailed down her cheek. "Naomi!" His voice broke. "Please stay with me. Stay." The twins were crying. "Daddy! Mommy's not waking up." Jordan reached for her hand. It was cold. Sirens screamed in the distance. That night became the wound that would never close. The hospital lights were too bright. The hallways too quiet. The world too slow. Jordan sat in the waiting room with dried blood on his sleeves. Aaliyah leaned against him, eyes red from crying. Amira held her stuffed bear tight, shaking. A doctor finally approached him. "Mr. Carter?" the doctor said, voice low. Jordan stood up but felt his knees weaken. "I'm sorry," the doctor continued. "We did everything we could. She didn't survive the internal bleeding." Jordan stared at him. His ears rang. His throat tightened. "No," he whispered. "Please don't say that." The doctor placed a hand on his shoulder. "I'm truly sorry," Aaliyah asked in a small voice. "Where's Mommy?" "Oh. Ow." Jordan covered his mouth. He didn't want them to see him break. "We'll go home," he whispered. "Daddy's here. Daddy's right here." Atlanta looked different after the accident. Even the sky felt wrong. The Carter mansion, usually glowing with warm lights, felt heavy and quiet. Staff members kept their voices low. Every hallway felt colder. Jordan carried the twins upstairs. He tucked them into bed. "Daddy," Amira whispered. "Will Mommy come back tomorrow?" Jordan closed his eyes. Pain hit him like the crash all over again. "No, baby, she won't. Mommy is gone." The room fell silent, and then both girls cried into his chest. That night, Jordan didn't sleep. He sat outside their door until sunrise. Days passed, but they didn't feel like days. Jordan stopped shaving, stopped going to his office, stopped answering calls. He sat alone in Naomi's home studio, staring at her unfinished painting. A bright blue sky with half-drawn flowers. She loved painting sunlight. But now the room felt like a grave. Mrs. Lane, the house manager, tried to help. "Sir, you should eat something." I'm not hungry. The twins are asking for you every hour. Jordan rubbed his forehead. I need time. But time only pushed him deeper into silence. The twins noticed the change. They talked less. They ate less. They played less. One night, Aaliyah asked, Does Daddy still love us? He doesn't look at us anymore, Amira added. Their words cut deeper than the accident. The next day, Jordan tried to join them for lunch, but he froze when he saw Naomi's empty chair. Memories made him walk right back out of the room. The twins whispered behind him. He left again. Mrs. Lane saw all this. She knew the house needed someone gentle, patient, and present. So she made a decision. 2 weeks after the funeral, she knocked on Jordan's office door. Sir, I found someone who wants to apply for the nanny position. Jordan didn't look up. We already hired 2. They quit. This one won't, she said. How do you know? She refused to leave until I let her talk to you. Jordan sighed. Send her in. A young woman walked in. She wore simple jeans, a warm sweater, and no makeup. Her eyes were soft but tired. Rain soaked her curly hair. Good afternoon, Mr. Carter, she said quietly. My name is Maya Brooks. Jordan studied her. She looked nothing like the high-profile nannies they hired before. There was something simple, but steady, about her. We don't need help, he muttered. With respect, Maya replied. You do. Jordan frowned. Excuse me? Your daughters miss you, she said. But they also need stability. And right now, they don't have any. Jordan stiffened. No one had spoken to him that honestly since Naomi died. She continued, I'm not here for money. I'm here because I grew up without support. I know how silence feels. And your daughters don't deserve that. Her voice didn't shake. Her eyes didn't look away. Jordan exhaled slowly. You start today. That evening, the mansion felt different for the first time. Maya cooked chicken and rice, simple, but warm. She hummed a soft Afrobeat rhythm while chopping vegetables. The twins followed her around the kitchen like small shadows. Can we help? Aaliyah asked. Of course. Maya smiled. You can stir the pot, Amira said softly. You smell like Mommy's perfume. Maya froze for a second but smiled gently. I hope that makes you feel safe. The twins nodded. At dinner, they ate everything, something they hadn't done in days. Jordan watched from the hallway. He didn't join the table. Not yet, but he felt something ease in his chest. Later, Maya found Jordan standing near the stairs. You watched us eat, she said. Jordan looked away. I'm not ready to sit at the table. That's okay, Maya said. Healing is slow. He was surprised by her calm tone. No pressure. No judgment. Just truth. Thank you, he whispered. For what? For bringing life back into this house, he said. Over the next few days, the change grew stronger. The twins laughed again. They painted in Naomi's old studio. They played outside in the sun. The house smelled like food again. Jordan even joined breakfast once. He didn't speak much, but the twins smiled the whole time. But happiness never stays calm for long. On the 14th evening, Jordan walked into the playroom. The twins were drawing with Maya. Daddy, look. Aaliyah held up a picture. It showed the twins, Jordan, and their mother. Jordan hesitated. This is beautiful, he said softly. They miss her, Maya explained gently. Drawing helps. Jordan nodded, emotions rising. Then Mrs. Lane rushed in, breathless. Sir, there's something you need to see. Jordan stood up quickly. What happened? She handed him a small jewelry box. We found this in Maya's room. Maya's face went pale. Jordan opened the box. Inside was Naomi's bracelet. The one she wore the night she died. The one missing from the crash site. Jordan's heartbeat stopped. Maya, he said slowly. Why do you have my wife's bracelet? Maya stepped forward. I swear I didn't take it. I don't know how it got there. Jordan's voice hardened. You think I'll believe that? I'm telling the truth, Maya whispered. The twins grabbed her hands. She didn't steal it, Aaliyah cried. She would never, Amira added. But Jordan stepped back. Pack your things, he said coldly. You are done here. Maya's eyes filled with tears. Not fear. Hurt. Someone wants me gone, she whispered. And you're helping them. Jordan turned away. Leave. Maya walked to the door. Before stepping out, she looked back one last time. You don't know the full story, Mr. Carter. But you will. She closed the door. Jordan stood frozen. Because something deep inside him, something he didn't want to admit, told him she might be telling the truth. But what happened next shocked the entire Carter family. The night Maya left, the Carter mansion felt cold again. Too quiet. Too empty. The kind of silence that reminds you someone good is missing. The twins cried themselves to sleep. Jordan sat alone in the living room, Naomi's bracelet on the table in front of him. He picked it up again, rubbing the gold edges with his thumb. How did this end up in her room? He whispered. He wanted the answer, but anger made the question louder than reason. He pushed the bracelet away and leaned back on the couch. The rain outside hit the windows hard, like it was echoing his thoughts. The next morning, the twins refused to leave their bedroom. I want Maya, Aaliyah said. Me too, Amira cried. Bring her back. Jordan knelt beside the bed. She stole something precious. No, she didn't, Aaliyah shouted. She wouldn't. Jordan tried to stay calm. She betrayed our trust. You're wrong, both girls screamed. He stepped back, stunned. They had never raised their voices at him like that. The truth was simple. They trusted Maya more than him right now. That hurt more than he expected. Missus. Lane walked in quietly. Sir, I think you should talk to someone who saw something. Jordan frowned. Who? She hesitated. The housekeeper. Mrs. Nyla. She wants to speak with you privately. Jordan nodded and followed her downstairs. Mrs. Nyla stood in the hallway, hands folded, eyes nervous. Sir, she started. I didn't want to say anything yesterday, but I think you need to know. Jordan moved closer. Know what? She swallowed. Someone else went into Maya's room before the bracelet was found. Jordan's chest tightened. Who? I can't say, she whispered. But it was not Maya. Jordan stared at her. Why didn't you say this earlier? Because I wasn't sure if it mattered. But the twins cried all night. And Maya, she didn't look guilty. Jordan ran a hand down his face. His thoughts raced. If Maya didn't take the bracelet, who did? He walked back to his office, shutting the door. For the first time since the accident, he let himself think without anger. And a small thought began forming, a thought he didn't want to believe. But then something else happened that changed everything again. A black SUV pulled into the driveway. The security team buzzed the intercom. Sir, it's your brother. Jordan sighed and headed outside. His younger brother, Damian Carter, stepped out wearing a tailored suit and a smile too big for a sad week. Big bro, Damian said, walking up for a hug. Heard about the nanny drama. Jordan didn't react. Why are you here? To check on you. And the girls. He looked around. This place looks depressed. Jordan rolled his eyes. Not today, Damian. But Damian kept talking. So, is it true? She stole Naomi's bracelet? Jordan didn't answer. Damian smirked. Should have hired someone with references. You always bring strays home. Jordan clenched his jaw. That comment stung. Don't talk about her that way, he said. Damian raised a brow. Why? You fired her. Jordan turned away. Just drop it. But something in Damien's voice bothered him. He spoke too confidently, too quickly, like he knew the story before hearing it. Jordan narrowed his eyes. How did you know the bracelet was involved? Damien froze for half a second. Just half. But Jordan caught it. Oh, come on. Damien laughed. Mrs. Lane told me. No, she didn't. Jordan knew she wouldn't. But Jordan said nothing. He just watched Damien walk up the steps like he owned the place. Something was wrong. Very wrong. That afternoon, Jordan searched Naomi's closet, hoping for clues about who might want to frame Maya. He stood among her dresses, shoes, and perfume bottles. Everything smelled like her. Everything hurt. He opened the top drawer and froze. Inside was a small velvet pouch. He pulled it out slowly, expecting old jewelry or a note. But inside was a flash drive. Jordan stared at it. Naomi never hid things from him. Why would she hide this? He plugged it into his laptop. A single folder appeared. For Jordan if something happens. His heart dropped. He clicked it. A video loaded. Naomi sat in the frame, wearing the same dress she wore the night of the accident. Jordan, she said softly, if you're watching this, something went wrong. Jordan grabbed the table for support. I don't want to scare you, Naomi continued, but I've been worried. Someone close to you isn't who you think they are. I found out they've been stealing from the company for months. Jordan's breath hitched. Please protect the girls, she said, and trust your instincts. You've always ignored the signs. But now, you can't. She took a shaky breath. It's Damien. He's hiding something big. Jordan's entire body went numb. His brother. His own blood. Naomi continued. I didn't want to tell you until I had proof. But if anything happens to me, look at him first. Jordan covered his mouth, tears falling silently. The recording ended. Silence filled the room. Then something inside him snapped open. Damien, he whispered. You knew. He wanted to scream, hit a wall, break something. But he stayed still, because it all suddenly made sense. Damien knew about the bracelet before anyone told him. Damien had been distant the past month. Damien had access to every room in the house. Damien hated Maya for no reason. Damien was trying to tear him down. And now, Naomi was gone. Jordan's hands shook with rage. He picked up the flash drive. He stood up. And for the first time since the accident, he had purpose. He was going to end the hiding, end the lies, end every secret. But before he could confront his brother, someone else reached him first. That evening, as the sun set behind the mansion, the security intercom buzzed. Sir, someone is at the gate asking for you. Jordan sighed. Who? She won't give her name, but she says, it's about the bracelet. Jordan's heart skipped. He walked to the gate. A young man stood there shaking, nervous. Mr. Carter? He asked. Yes? I'm Maya's younger brother. My name is Evan Brooks. Jordan frowned. What are you doing here? Evan took a deep breath. I need to show you something. Something about the bracelet. Jordan tensed. Where is Maya? She's staying with me. And she's crying nonstop because you think she stole from you. Jordan's chest tightened. Guilt hit him like the crash. I didn't come here to fight, Evan said, pulling out his phone. I came to show you this. He opened a video recording. Jordan leaned in. The footage was from the mansion hallway camera. Timestamp. The evening the bracelet was found. Jordan watched closely. Someone walked into Maya's room, holding a small jewelry box. Jordan gripped the gate. It was not Maya. It was not Mrs. Lane. It was not any staff. The man was tall, broad shoulders, wearing a gray suit. Jordan recognized that walk, that haircut, that suit. It was Damien. Jordan felt heat rise in his chest. His own brother planted the evidence. Evan whispered, "Maya didn't steal anything. She trusted you. Please, don't let her take the fall." Jordan closed his eyes. He felt everything at once. Anger, betrayal, guilt, pain, disgust, grief. But one emotion pushed above the rest: determination. He opened the gate. "Come in," Jordan said. "I need everything you have." Evan nodded and walked inside. Inside the living room, Jordan paced back and forth while Evan uploaded the footage to Jordan's laptop. "She told me she felt something was wrong in the house," Evan said. "She didn't want to say anything, because she didn't want to disrespect your family." Jordan ran a hand through his hair. "What else did she tell you?" "That someone watched her. Someone followed her around the mansion. She thought it was a staff member. But now," Evan hesitated, "I think she knew it was someone bigger." Jordan clenched his jaw. "Where is she now?" he asked quietly. "At my apartment. She's scared to come near the house." Jordan nodded slowly. He grabbed his car keys. "Evan," Jordan said, "take the girls to the guest room and stay with them until I return." Evan blinked. "You're leaving?" Jordan took a deep breath. "Yes, I'm going to fix what I broke." But Jordan didn't know the next thing he'd discover would destroy him even more. Jordan drove fast across the city. The sun was gone, replaced by the glowing nightlights of Atlanta. Skyscrapers reflected off his windshield as tension filled his chest. He reached the apartment building and knocked. The door opened slowly. Maya stood there. Her eyes were swollen from crying. Her hands trembled when she saw him. He felt a punch of guilt. "Maya," he whispered. She stepped back. "Why are you here? Why are you here?" Jordan swallowed hard. "To apologize." "I don't want your apology," she said coldly. "You didn't believe me." "I have proof now," he said gently. "Your brother showed me the footage." She stiffened. "So you know I'm not a thief?" "Yes," he breathed. "And I'm sorry. I was broken. I wasn't thinking clearly." Maya crossed her arms. "You hurt the only people who trusted you. Your daughters cried for me." Jordan looked down. "I know, and I regret it." After a long silence, Maya asked, "Why did your brother do it?" Jordan's eyes darkened. "He's hiding something. Naomi knew. And I think she tried to warn me." Maya softened a little. "So what now?" Jordan looked straight at her. "Now, I need to finish what Naomi started." Maya stepped closer. "You're not doing this alone." Jordan blinked. "What?" "You need help, and your daughters need stability. Let me come back." Jordan exhaled slowly. "You still want to come back after everything?" "Yes," she whispered. "Not for you. For them." He nodded. "Okay, let's go home." When they entered the mansion, the twins ran to Maya, crying with relief. "Maya, you came back. Don't leave again." Maya held them close. "I won't leave you." Jordan stood behind them, watching. And for the first time in weeks, he felt hope. But the moment didn't last. Because as Jordan walked upstairs to confront Damien, he found something on the floor outside his office. A torn envelope, addressed to Naomi, from an unknown sender. Jordan picked it up. Inside was a single sheet of paper. And on it, one sentence. Naomi knew the truth about the accident. Jordan's blood turned cold. He tightened his grip on the paper. "What truth?" he whispered. But when he read the second line, his heart nearly stopped. The crash wasn't an accident. His hands shook, his vision blurred, and he finally, "Lookland, with a doc, with these no cassageted, with a doctograms, understood he wasn't just dealing with betrayal. He was dealing with murder. Jordan stood frozen at the top of the staircase. The envelope trembled in his hand. He read the words again, hoping they would change, hoping it was some kind of cruel prank. But the sentence stayed the same. The crash wasn't an accident. His breath grew heavy. His pulse hammered against his ribs. For weeks, he blamed the storm, the truck, the roads. He blamed fate. He blamed himself. But he never imagined the one truth staring at him now. Someone wanted Naomi gone. Footsteps echoed behind him. Maya reached the top of the stairs. "You okay?" she asked softly. Jordan handed her the letter with shaking fingers. She read it, her face tightening. "Someone sent this today? It was outside my office," he whispered. "Someone put it there." "Who would know you'd find it?" she asked. "Someone inside the house." Jordan's eyes drifted toward the long hallway where shadows pooled in the corners. Suddenly, the mansion didn't feel safe anymore. It felt watched, observed, controlled. Like every wall carried a secret he had ignored for too long. Before they could speak again, the twins' voices echoed from downstairs. "Daddy! Maya! Come see something!" Jordan forced his breathing steady. "Hide the letter," he told her. Maya folded it quickly and slipped it into her pocket. They walked down the stairs together. The twins waited in the living room, building a puzzle on the carpet. "Look," Aaliyah said proudly. "We finished it." Jordan managed a small smile. "It's beautiful." But his mind wasn't there. His eyes kept drifting to the windows, the doors, the corners. He felt danger in the air, thick and quiet. Maya noticed. She kneeled beside the twins. "Why don't you two choose a movie? We'll watch it later." They raced toward the TV happily. Maya whispered to Jordan, "We need to know who put that note there." "I already know where to start," he said. "I'm going to talk to Damien." Maya blocked him, gently. "Not alone. He already framed me once. What else can he do?" Jordan paused. She wasn't wrong. His brother committed one crime, planting the bracelet. But if Naomi warned him, if the note said what he feared, then this wasn't small anymore. This was life and death. Maya took a breath. "Before you confront him, we need proof. Real proof. Something that can't be twisted." "How?" "Let me think," she said. "But first, check the security room. If someone put the envelope there, maybe the cameras caught them." Jordan felt a spark of hope. Jordan felt a spark of hope. "Come with me." They slipped into the hallway and reached the security room. Jordan typed his code into the keypad. The door clicked open. Inside, the monitors glowed in the dark. Dozens of angles from all over the property filled the screens. He went straight to the feed near his office door. "Time frame?" Maya asked. "Last few hours?" he answered. "The envelope wasn't there this morning." He rewound the footage. Seconds passed. Minutes passed. Nothing. Then the screen flickered. Jordan frowned. "What was that?" Maya leaned closer. "Play it again." He rewound 10 seconds. Hit play. The footage glitched at the exact moment anyone would have walked past. A jump cut. A missing frame. A perfect gap. "Someone edited the footage," Maya whispered. Jordan's heart dropped. "Who has access to the system?" she asked. "Me, Mrs. Lane, and—" Jordan froze. "Damien. He has the master code." Maya's eyes darkened. "So whoever placed that envelope didn't want to be seen. And someone with access tried hiding it." Jordan leaned back in the chair, staring at the screen. The realization sank deeper and deeper. When Naomi said he wasn't who I thought he was, she meant all of this. He slammed his fist gently against the table. "Why didn't I listen?" "Because you loved him," Maya said softly. And people get blind when they love. Jordan took a slow breath. I need to see him. Tonight. Maya grabbed his arm. Be careful. I will, he said. But inside, he wasn't sure. He found Damien in the games room, shooting pool while drinking whiskey. Music played low in the background. He looked relaxed, like nothing in the world could touch him. Jordan stood at the doorway. Damien looked up, smiling. Bro, you look like hell. Everything okay? Jordan walked closer. We need to talk. Damien set the cue stick down. Serious voice. What's going on? Jordan stared straight into his eyes. Tell me the truth. Did you put Naomi's bracelet in Maya's room? Damien's smile faded. Seriously? We're still talking about that? And answer me. Damien sighed. Jordan, you're stressed. Your head isn't right. Maya is messing with you. Jordan stepped closer. So that's a no? Damien's jaw tightened. Don't accuse me of stupid things. I saw the footage, Jordan said. You were there. A tiny tremor crossed Damien's expression. What footage? You know exactly what footage. Damien set his glass down harder than necessary. Stop acting like everyone's after you. You're making a fool of yourself. Jordan whispered. Naomi didn't think so. For a second, just one Damien's eyes flickered with something cold. Jordan saw it. Felt it. It sliced him inside. Damien laughed softly. She was losing it those last weeks. The words hit Jordan like a punch. Don't you dare! He hissed. Don't you speak about her like that. Damien shrugged. If you believe her paranoia, that's your choice. Jordan stepped forward, inches from his brother's face. She left me a video. She suspected you. Damien's face changed, tightened. Just for a moment. Then he smirked. And you believed it? Jordan stared at him. Should I not? Damien leaned in, whispering. Careful. Jordan, you're entering dangerous places. Jordan walked out before he lost control. But as he reached the hallway, he heard Damien's phone ring. Damien answered, thinking he was alone. Yeah. He knows something. He whispered. No, not yet. But I'll take care of it. Jordan stopped breathing. Take care of it? Take care of what? He stood still, heart pounding. Then he backed away, step by step. Before Damien noticed him, he reached the stairs. He needed air. He needed a plan. But then, something happened downstairs that froze him in place. He heard the twins scream. Jordan sprinted down the staircase. Maya was in the living room, holding the girls close as the front door stood wide open. What happened? Jordan shouted. Up some stating Maka. When the waiting this. The next time. Friend. One prom. When the 20. One person of stating the way. Maya pointed at the door. Someone was watching the house from the driveway. When the girls saw him, he ran. Jordan pulled the twins into his arms. It's okay. Daddy's here. But his mind was racing. This wasn't random. This wasn't coincidence. Someone was watching the house. Someone knew too much. Maya touched his arm. We need security. We need help. No, he said. We need answers. Later that night, when the twins slept and the house grew quiet, Jordan and Maya sat in his office, going through Naomi's old files. Maya opened a folder. Look at this. Inside were printed bank statements. Dozens of them. Jordan scanned them. Multiple transfers. All authorized by Damien. These amounts. Jordan whispered. This is millions. Naomi was tracking them. Maya said. She wrote notes beside each one. Jordan read her handwriting. Jordan read her handwriting. Jordan read her handwriting. He knows I'm watching. He's covering something in the company. If I confront him, he will lie. Jordan closed the folder. His hands shook. Damien was stealing from the company, he said. And she found out. Maya looked at him gently. If he was desperate enough, she didn't finish. She didn't need to. Jordan felt the placed truth like ice down his spine. If Damien wanted to protect his secret, he had motive. He had money. He had access. He had everything needed to make an accident happen. Jordan stood up slowly. I'm going to the trucking company, the one from the crash report. At this time of night? Maya asked. It can't wait. I'm coming with you. Jordan looked at her. No. It's too dangerous. Maya stepped closer. You don't get to tell me to stay behind. I'm already in this. He hesitated, then nodded. They left the house quietly while the guards watched the driveway. Jordan drove through the city at midnight. Yellow streetlights flashed across his windshield. Maya sat beside him, clutching the envelope. The trucking company lot was dark. Silent. Empty. Jordan parked near the fence. This place looks abandoned, Maya said. They climbed through a loose gate and walked toward the office building. The glass door had a long crack across it. Inside, files were scattered on the floor. Someone had been here recently. Someone searching. Jordan moved slowly, checking the desk drawers. One drawer was broken. Inside it, he found a clipboard. The driver's name, Marcus Hale. Maya read it. Do you think he survived the crash? A report said he did, but he disappeared right after. They searched the room more. Marcus Hale. Maya found a torn piece of paper with an address scribbled on it. Maybe this is where he went, she said. Jordan grabbed it. We're going. As they walked out, the wind hit the broken door, creaking it loudly. Then Jordan stopped. A shadow moved behind a truck. Maya, he whispered. Stay behind me. The shadow stepped out. A man, wearing a hoodie, face hidden. Jordan's heart pounded. Who are you? He demanded. The man didn't answer. Instead, he tossed something toward Jordan. It landed on the ground. A phone. Cracked. Burned at the edges. Jordan picked it up. The screen flickered on. A video started playing. Jordan's breath caught. It showed Naomi, standing outside a cafe, looking over her shoulder, afraid. A voice in the video whispered, "She knows too much." Jordan froze. Maya covered her mouth. Then the man in the hoodie spoke for the first time. "You're getting close, Mr. Carter. But close gets people killed." He turned and ran into the darkness before Jordan could move. Maya grabbed Jordan's arm. "We need to go. Now." Jordan held the phone tight. Naomi knew she was being followed. Someone watched her. Just like someone was watching the twins today. He took a shaky breath. "I won't let this happen again," he whispered. But what he didn't know was that someone inside the mansion was about to make their next move. Jordan drove back toward the city with the cracked phone resting in his lap. Every bump in the road made it vibrate slightly, like it was alive, like it was begging him to open more truth. Maya sat beside him, hands clenched, tight, eyes fixed on the dark skyline rising in the distance. "Who recorded Naomi?" she whispered. Jordan's jaw tightened. Someone who followed her. Someone who knew she was investigating. "And the man at the truck lot?" she asked. "Do you think he works for Damien?" "Work? I don't know anymore." He didn't want to believe his own brother could go this far. But everything pointed back to him. Every clue. Every shadow. Jordan's hands trembled around the steering wheel as they drove into the mansion gate. But before they reached the front door, security came running. "Sir!" one guard shouted. "We found something at the back entrance." Jordan braced himself. "What now?" The guard guided them to the rear driveway. A single object sat on the concrete, placed neatly like a gift. A child's drawing. Jordan picked it up. It showed a house. A big staircase. A stick figure with long hair, Naomi. And beside her, a black SUV. Maya leaned closer. This was Naomi's style. She used to draw little sketches for the twins. Jordan felt a wave of cold move through him. This isn't an old drawing. This was made recently. How do you know? The paper, he whispered. This is from the art studio. The one we closed after the accident. The twins weren't allowed there. No one used that room. Someone had gone inside. Someone wanted him to see this. His chest tightened. We need to get inside. Now. They rushed into the mansion. Jordan ran toward the art studio, turning on lights as he went. The door was cracked open. He pushed it slowly. The smell hit him first, old paint, dust, and something colder. The room was a mess. Canvases thrown on the floor. Brushes snapped. Paint bottles everywhere. This wasn't random. It was a search. Someone was looking for something Naomi left behind. Maya picked up a canvas lying in the corner. This one is recent, she said. She painted this a week before the accident. But something was off. The back of the canvas had a slit, like someone had cut it open. Jordan picked up another. Same thing. And another. And another. Every single painting was sliced open from behind. Someone thought she hid something inside the canvases. Jordan whispered. Someone desperate. Maya looked at the shredded artwork. Or someone was looking for proof, she gathered. Jordan rubbed his forehead. We're running out of time. Before Maya could reply, the lights flickered, then shut off completely. The studio went dark. Jordan froze. Maya, don't move. He reached for his phone to turn on the flashlight, but a voice echoed from the hallway. Jordan, come out. The voice was calm. Too calm. Damien. Jordan's heartbeat sped up. He stepped out of the studio and saw his brother standing under the emergency lights. His face was unreadable. His hands in his pockets. Maya whispered behind Jordan. Be careful. Damien tilted his head. You're searching through old paintings now? That's low. Even for you. Jordan stepped forward. Stop playing games. You've been hiding things. Damien smirked. You've been listening to that nanny too much. She didn't plant the bracelet, Jordan said firmly. You did. Damien clapped slowly, mocking him. So you figured it out. Congratulations. Jordan felt his stomach twist. Why? Damien shrugged lazily. Because you were too busy drowning in grief to see the business falling apart. I had to move money. I had to fix things. But your wife. He paused, eyes sharp. Naomi wanted to expose everything. Jordan felt breath leave his lungs. So you followed her. My dear brother, Damien said with a cold laugh. I didn't have to. Someone else did. Jordan stiffened. Who? Damien walked closer. Do you think I'm stupid enough to get my hands dirty? No. I had help. Someone inside your own company. Someone who wanted her gone. Even more than I did. Jordan studied him. Who was it? Damien smiled. You'll meet him soon. Maya stepped out from behind Jordan. You put the girls in danger. Damien raised an eyebrow. Relax. Kids weren't the target. Jordan stepped forward. You're done, Damien. I have Naomi's video. I have the footage you edited. I have everything. Damien's smirk vanished. For the first time, fear flashed in his eyes. Jordan said, You're going to prison. Damien's jaw tightened. Not if you don't get the chance to talk. The lights flickered again. Footsteps echoed down the hall. Heavy ones. Someone else was in the house. Maya grabbed Jordan's arm. We need to get out of here. But the footsteps grew louder. Jordan pulled Maya toward the twins' room. They ran up the stairs, heartbeats pounding. When they reached the door, Jordan burst inside. The twins were gone. Jordan froze. Maya. His voice broke. They're not here. A small paper lay on the pillow. Maya grabbed it with shaking hands. 2 stick figures. 2 kids. Drawn next to a black SUV. A single sentence scrawled under it. If you want them back, come alone. Jordan's knees nearly buckled. But Maya grabbed his face. Jordan, listen to me. This is what they want. They want you to walk into a trap. Jordan's eyes filled with fear. Next in. They took my daughters. We're getting them back, Maya said, gripping his shoulders. But not alone. Not like this. Jordan clenched his fists. Tell me what to do. Maya paced the room, her mind racing. They used the SUV in both drawings. It's a signal. They want you to follow them somewhere they can control. Jordan tried to steady himself. Who took them? Damien? No, Maya said firmly. Damien isn't bold enough for this. Someone else is helping him. Someone who has access to the house. Someone who knows the girls' routines. Jordan froze. His mind flashed back. Mrs. Lane had access. The housekeeper had access. Security had access. But then Jordan remembered something. Earlier that day, one guard wasn't at his post. He had brushed it off. But now, Maya, he said quietly. Someone on the security team wasn't where he was supposed to be. Which one? Jordan swallowed. Marcus. Maya blinked. The same name? From the clipboard? Jordan nodded slowly. Yes. The driver from the accident report. Maya's eyes widened. So he didn't disappear. He came here. Jordan whispered. He's working with Damien. Jordan's stomach twisted. The driver who crashed into their car. The driver who lost control. The driver who vanished afterward. He wasn't a victim. He was part of it. And now he had the twins. Jordan couldn't breathe. We need the police, Maya said. No, Jordan said sharply. If we call them, he'll panic. So what do we do? She asked. Jordan looked at the note. Again. Where would he take them? He stared at the crude drawing. The background wasn't random. It showed a long structure behind the SUV. A bridge, Jordan whispered. The old highway bridge. Near the river. Maya grabbed her coat. Then we're going. Jordan looked at her. I told you. She cut him off. I'm not leaving you alone. And the girls trust me. He nodded. They raced out of the mansion. The night was cold. The sky full of clouds. Jordan drove faster than he had ever driven. His hands shook. Not from fear. From rage. He would tear the world apart if needed. He would not lose his daughters. As the car sped through the empty roads, Maya kept scanning the note. There's something off, she said. The drawing. It's not drawn by a child. Someone imitated their style. Jordan gripped the wheel. To make it look harmless. Yes, she whispered. They planned everything. They reached the old bridge. The river roared beneath it, like a giant beast. The headlights swept across the abandoned road. A black SUV sat parked near the edge. Jordan slammed the brakes. Maya, stay here. No. Jordan stepped out first, heart racing. Marcus, he shouted. Come out. A figure stepped out of the SUV. Marcus. The same man from the truck lot. The same man in the shadows. And behind him. The twins sat in the back seat, terrified. Jordan's chest tightened. Let them go. Marcus smiled. You should have listened the night she warned you. Jordan's voice trembled with fury. Why? Why target my family? Marcus shrugged. Orders. From who? Jordan demanded. Marcus stepped aside. Another figure walked out from the shadows. Jordan's entire world stopped. It wasn't Damien. It wasn't a stranger. It was someone he trusted more than anyone after Naomi. It was Mrs. Lane. Jordan stepped back, stunned. You? Mrs. Lane smiled gently. Hello, Jordan. Maya gasped beside him. You? You did this? Mrs. Lane nodded. I did everything. I helped Damien. I helped Marcus. And I made sure Naomi never exposed us. Jordan felt sick. Why? Because she was destroying everything, Mrs. Lane said coldly. She wanted to shut down Damien's division. That division paid all of us. I protected my livelihood. You killed her, Jordan whispered. Mrs. Lane tilted her head. She wasn't supposed to die. The crash was only meant to scare her. Jordan's rage boiled over. You took my daughters. I needed you quiet, she said. And now, you're here. Alone. Just like we wanted. Marcus stepped forward with a gun. Maya grabbed Jordan's arm. Jordan closed his eyes. He had walked into the trap. And this time, the price could be everything he had left. Jordan stared at the gun pointed at him, his breath shaking. The cold wind cut across the empty bridge, pushing dust around their feet. The river roared beneath them like a warning. His daughters sat frozen in the SUV, eyes wide, too scared to cry. Maya stepped slightly in front of Jordan, but he pulled her back. No, he whispered. Stay behind me. Mrs. Lane watched them with steady eyes, as if she had rehearsed this moment, as if every step of their pain was part of her plan. You don't have to do this, Jordan said, trying to keep his voice steady. Mrs. Lane smiled in a calm, almost motherly way. Jordan, you've always been too soft. Naomi was the same. She wanted to expose everything Damien and I were doing. She didn't understand business the way we did. This isn't business, Jordan whispered. This is murder. It was supposed to be simple, Mrs. Lane said quietly. A warning, a small crash. Scare her. Make her back off. But she panicked. And accidents can get messy. Jordan's fists tightened. You killed my wife. Mrs. Lane exhaled slowly. Marcus lost control of the truck. The plan changed. We had to hide things. We had to protect ourselves. And now you kidnapped my children? Jordan's voice cracked. To protect yourself? Mrs. Lane's eyes softened. You were getting close. Too close. Damien wanted you stopped. And I needed you to stop asking questions. She nodded at Marcus. Marcus cocked the gun. Maya grabbed Jordan's hand tightly. Jordan, we need a plan. He squeezed her hand once. I won't let them hurt the girls. Marcus stepped closer. Move, or I shoot. Jordan lifted his hand slowly. Let them go. They're innocent. No one is innocent, Marcus said coldly. Not anymore. He aimed at Jordan's chest. But before he could fire, a loud engine roared behind them. A second car sped into the bridge, its headlights blinding everyone. It skidded sideways, blocking the exit. Damien jumped out. Maya's eyes widened. He came? Jordan stared at him, confused. Why are you here? Damien looked shaken for the first time real fear flickered on his face. He wasn't confident. He wasn't smirking. He wasn't calm. Jordan, he said breathlessly, I didn't know they'd take the girls. I swear, I didn't agree to this. Mrs. Lane snapped her head toward him. You're ruining everything. You told me we'd scare him, Damien shouted. Not kidnap his daughters. Jordan's jaw clenched. You started all of this. Damien swallowed hard. I know. And I'll answer for it. But not like this. He stepped closer to Marcus. Put the gun down. This wasn't the deal. Marcus scoffed. Your deal changed the moment Carter found the files. I don't care. Damien snapped. We're not hurting kids. Mrs. Lane took a small step, her eyes turning sharp. Damien, don't forget who cleaned up your mess. You'd be in prison without me. Damien's voice shook. I'm not doing this anymore. Marcus aimed the gun at Damien. Then you're in the way. Jordan moved instantly, lunging at Marcus. The gun fired a deafening blast across the bridge. Maya screamed. The twins cried. The shot echoed into the night. Jordan tackled Marcus to the ground, fighting for the gun. Marcus elbowed him hard. Jordan stumbled but didn't fall. Blood rushed in his ears. Damien shoved Mrs. Lane away and ran to help Jordan. "Get off him!" Damien shouted, grabbing Marcus's arm. Marcus swung the gun toward Damien and fired again. The bullet grazed Damien's shoulder. He fell backward with a cry. "Damien!" Jordan shouted. Marcus aimed at Jordan next. But Maya, shaking and terrified, grabbed a thick rock from the bridge floor and smashed it into Marcus's wrist. The gun fell. Jordan lunged for it. Marcus kicked him away. The twins screamed louder, their faces pressed against the SUV windows. Mrs. Lane rushed toward the SUV, trying to yank the door open. "No!" Jordan roared, sprinting toward her. She grabbed Aaliyah's arm, through the open window. "Come here, sweetie." Aaliyah kicked and screamed. "Let me go!" Jordan slammed into Mrs. Lane, pulling her away from the SUV. "Don't touch them!" She stumbled, lost her balance, and fell hard to the ground. Marcus tackled Jordan from behind, throwing him across the pavement. Jordan gasped as pain shot through his ribs. Marcus lifted the rock Maya used and swung it down. Jordan rolled just in time. The rock shattered against the bridge floor. Maya tried to pull Marcus back again, but Marcus shoved her. She fell, scraping her arm, but stood up immediately and ran to the twins. "Stay down!" Jordan shouted. "No!" Maya yelled back. "I'm not leaving them!" Mrs. Lane got up again, breathing hard, hair messy, face twisted with fury. "You ruined everything, Jordan. Without you, Damien and I built this company. You never appreciated us." "It wasn't yours!" Jordan shouted, dodging Marcus's next swing. "None of it was yours." "One?" Mrs. Lane reached for the gun on the ground. Maya saw it first. "Jordan!" she screamed. Jordan looked too late. Mrs. Lane aimed at him. Everything froze. The air. The river. The world. But before she could fire, Damien slammed into her with the last strength he had left. The gun slipped from her hand and skidded across the pavement. "Mrs. Lane screamed as she hit the railing of the bridge. Her foot slipped. She tried to grab the rail but missed. She fell off the side. Jordan rushed to the edge and looked down. The river swallowed her instantly. Marcus stood frozen, realizing he was now alone. Jordan turned to him, breath shaking with rage. "It's over." Marcus didn't listen. He grabbed the nearest metal pipe and charged. Jordan stepped forward, but Marcus swung faster, aiming for Jordan's head. Jordan ducked. The metal hit the railing, sparks flying. Jordan tackled him again. This time with everything inside him. They rolled across the pavement. Marcus grabbed Jordan's throat. Jordan gasped, choking. Maya screamed, "Jordan!" Jordan reached blindly, hand searching, desperate. His fingers touched something. The gun. He grabbed it with shaking hands. Marcus froze. Jordan flipped the safety. "Get off me!" Jordan growled. Marcus hesitated. Jordan pressed the barrel against his shoulder. "I said move!" Marcus slowly lifted his hands and stepped back. Jordan stood up, chest heaving, aiming the gun at him. Damien limped closer. "Don't kill him. The police need him alive." Jordan's hands trembled, rage burning through him. "He killed Naomi." Marcus smirked. "She shouldn't have gotten involved." Jordan's finger tightened on the trigger. Maya grabbed his arm gently. "Jordan, look at me." He didn't. "Jordan," she whispered again. "Your daughters are watching." Jordan's eyes flicked to the SUV. The twins pressed their faces to the glass, crying, terrified. He lowered the gun. Not because Marcus deserved mercy. but because the girls deserved a father who didn't turn into a monster. Maya exhaled with relief. "Call the police." Jordan nodded and dialed 911. Sirens echoed in the distance within minutes. Marcus tried to run, but police tackled him. They handcuffed him and dragged him away, screaming curses into the night. Paramedics treated Damien's shoulder. As they lifted him into the ambulance, he looked at Jordan. "I'm sorry," he whispered weakly. "For everything." Jordan stayed silent. The apology was too small for the damage done. But maybe justice mattered now more than hate. Jordan opened the SUV door and pulled his daughters into his arms. Aaliyah cried into his chest. "Daddy, we were so scared." "I'm here," Jordan whispered. "You're safe now." "I promise," Amira sobbed. "Don't leave us again." He held them tighter. "I won't. Never again." Maya stood beside them, tears running down her face. "They're okay," she whispered. "We did it." Jordan looked at her, eyes softening for the first time in weeks. "I couldn't have done this without you." The girls reached for her too. "Maya saved us," Aaliyah said. "She's family," Amira added. Maya covered her mouth, moved beyond words. Jordan looked at the rising sirens' lights reflecting on the river. Naomi's truth was finally out. But the story wasn't over. Something else still waited. Something hidden. Something Naomi discovered before her death. And Jordan knew the final chapter was coming. Because tomorrow morning, a new message would appear on Jordan's phone. A message from an unknown number. A message written in Naomi's handwriting. The night on the bridge felt like a lifetime. By the time Jordan got the twins home and tucked them into their beds, the sky had already begun to lighten. A pale blue washed over the mansion. Soft and quiet. Almost peaceful, if not for the storm still alive inside him. He watched the girls sleep for a long time. Their tiny breaths. Their fingers curled around their blankets. Their tears dried on their cheeks. They were safe. That was the only thing keeping him standing. Maya walked to the doorway. "You should rest," she whispered. Jordan shook his head. "I will. Later." She stepped inside. "What you did tonight, it saved them." Jordan exhaled shakily. "I almost failed again." "No," Maya said softly. "You didn't." But Jordan didn't feel like a hero. He felt exhausted, empty, angry. But beneath all of it, something else was growing. Something that felt like truth. When Maya left to make tea, Jordan walked into his office. Papers still lay scattered from earlier. Naomi's flash drive sat on the desk. The cracked phone Marcus threw at him was beside it. He picked up the phone. The screen flickered once, then lit up. A new message appeared. Unknown number. Check the gallery room. Jordan froze. He typed back, hands shaking. "Who? Is this?" Another message appeared instantly. "Naomi trusted you. Don't stop now." Jordan's throat tightened. The handwriting pic attached was Naomi's handwriting. He knew it instantly, because he had seen her write grocery notes, reminders, birthday letters, her curves, her slant, her loops. It was her. But Naomi was gone. His hands trembled around the phone. "Maya," he called out. She rushed in. "What happened?" He showed her the message. She read it, and her eyes widened. "How? How is this possible?" she whispered. "I don't know," Jordan said. "But someone wants us to look in the gallery room." Or, Maya warned. "Someone wants to trap you again." Jordan nodded. "I know. But we can't ignore this." They walked down to the gallery room quietly, like the floor itself might warn them of danger. The room still smelled like dust and paint from the mess earlier. Canvases lay everywhere. Jordan moved slowly, checking every corner. Then, Maya pointed. "Look." On the table. A small wooden box sat in the center. Jordan stiffened. That wasn't there before. He walked closer. The box was old, but polished, smooth, carved with a simple flower Naomi used to draw everywhere. He touched the lid. Maya held her breath. "Open it." Jordan lifted it gently. Inside was a stack of papers and a tablet. The top paper had Naomi's handwriting. Jordan read aloud, "If you're reading this, you found more than I expected. I left everything here. The truth, the files, the names, and the proof that this wasn't just about money. Someone else was involved. Someone bigger." Jordan's heartbeat quickened. Maya whispered, "Bigger than Damien?" Jordan read the next line. "They want the Carter Company. They want control. And Damien was just their pawn." Jordan felt a wave of cold rush over him. Pawn. Damien wasn't the mastermind. He wasn't even second in command. He was just another piece. Jordan flipped through the papers. Inside were bank transfers, signed orders, emails, contracts, dozens of documents linking one name to everything. James Holloway. Jordan whispered, "The board chairman." Maya's eyes widened. "He works with your family company." Jordan nodded. "He controls most divisions. He's been pushing to take over the company for months. And Naomi discovered him first." Maya whispered. Jordan grabbed the tablet and turned it on. A video popped up. Naomi sat in her car, breathing fast. The camera shook. "Jordan, if you find this, listen carefully. James Holloway is using Damien. Damien thinks he's in charge, but he's being used too. Holloway wants your company. He wants everything. And if something happens to me, it's because of him." Jordan's chest ached. He had seen grief before. But this was something else. This was Naomi speaking from the past, telling him everything he missed. "I love you," she said at the end. "Protect the girls. And trust the right people." The video ended. Jordan wiped his face with both hands. He didn't even realize he was crying. Maya touched his arm. "Jordan, this is enough to expose him." But Jordan didn't feel relief. He felt rage. A deep, steady rage that made his chest burn. "He destroyed my family," he whispered. "And now?" Maya asked. Jordan looked at her. "Now I destroy him." By noon, the mansion filled with soft sunlight again. The girls woke up and hugged Maya tightly. Jordan kissed their foreheads and told them everything was okay. But inside, something heavy sat in his chest. He had lost Naomi. He almost lost the twins. And it all led back to the same man. He couldn't let this go. Maya stayed close to the girls, keeping them busy while Jordan prepared. He dressed in a clean shirt, tied his hair back, and put the flash drive, tablet, and papers in a single briefcase. He called the police captain he trusted, the FBI agent Naomi had once mentioned, and the board's legal counsel. "Emergency meeting," Jordan said. "Now." Then he called James Holloway. James answered with a confident voice. "Jordan, I heard about last night. Terrible. Is everyone safe?" Jordan's jaw clenched. His voice stayed calm. "Meet me in my office in 1 hour." James hesitated, then said, "Of course." Jordan hung up. He stood at the window, watching the wind move through the trees. The world looked normal, but inside him, a storm grew stronger. An hour later, Jordan walked through the top floor of Carter Enterprises. Employees whispered. Cameras flashed. Everyone knew the accident truth was coming out. Everyone felt something huge was about to happen. Jordan entered the boardroom. James Holloway stood there waiting, wearing his usual expensive suit, fake warm smile, and silver tie pin. "Jordan," James said smoothly. "I'm glad you're okay." Jordan set the briefcase on the table. "Sit." James raised an eyebrow. "That's not how we speak to each oth." "Sit," Jordan repeated. James slowly sat. Jordan opened the briefcase. He pulled out the documents one by one. "I know everything," he said. James kept a neutral face. "Everything?" "You used Damien," Jordan said, his voice low. "You stole money. You threatened Naomi. You sent Marcus to scare her. And you ordered her death." James laughed lightly. Too lightly. "That's a serious accusation," he said. Jordan pressed play on Naomi's video. James's face didn't twitch. He didn't blink. He didn't react. He waited until the video ended. Then he leaned forward. "You know, she was always too curious." Jordan's blood ran cold. "You killed her," he whispered. James shrugged. "She pushed too hard. Damien was sloppy. Mrs. Lane was emotional. But I was efficient." Jordan's hands curled into fists. "You won't get away with it," he said. James leaned back, smiling. "I already have." Jordan opened the boardroom door. FBI agents walked in. Police officers followed. The legal team came behind them. James froze. Jordan stared him dead in the eyes. "No," Jordan said. "You're done." James tried to stand, but agents forced him down, handcuffing him. He barked orders, threats, promises, but no one listened. Justice arrived. Finally, as they dragged him out, he glared at Jordan. "You think this ends with me?" Jordan stepped closer. "It ends here," James yelled. But the doors closed behind him. Silence filled the room. Jordan finally breathed. Not deeply, not peacefully, but freely. For the first time since Naomi died, the weight on his chest began to lift. That evening, Jordan returned home. The girls ran into his arms. Maya smiled softly, relief finally settling over her face. "Is it over?" she asked. Jordan knelt to hug his daughters tighter. "Yes," he whispered. "It's over now." They all sat on the couch together. The twins watched cartoons. Maya sat beside Jordan. The house felt warm again. Jordan looked at the family around him. He had lost Naomi, but her truth lived on. Her bravery saved their lives. Her love protected their daughters, even after she was gone. And the person who helped him find the truth was right beside him. Maya turned to him. Naomi would be proud. Jordan nodded softly. "I hope so." The twins climbed over both of them. "Family movie night?" Jordan smiled. "Family forever." The sun set outside, golden and peaceful. A new chapter began. A honest one. A safe one. A healed one. And as Jordan wrapped his arms around his daughters and Maya leaned into him, he whispered to himself, "Thank you, Naomi. I'll protect them. Always." Truth always rises, no matter how deep someone tries to bury it. And real family isn't just blood. If this story touched your heart, stay close. More powerful stories are coming. Subscribe now for more emotional stories that touch the heart.